today I want to have fun with makeup. I really want the new Lorac 3 palette, but unfortunately I can't get it right now. I have to save up for it. But I decided to pull out my original palette because it's right in front of me and I got really inspired to use it again. And I want to do something really bold and fun with my eye makeup today. So I'm going to go ahead and use this palette, which is one of my absolute favorites. And let's just go ahead and jump into the video. Alright, so first of all, I'm just going to apply an eyeshadow primer to my eyes. And then I'm going to do my eyebrows just so I can frame my face. I have been liking to do my eyebrows first lately just because I feel like I can do anything after it, either my eye makeup or my foundation, and I feel like it just really frames my face and I can really work on those and get them looking good before I work on anything else. As for my eyebrows, I have been liking to go back into this Beige Cosmetics Flawless Brow Trio again, and it has a wax and 2 eyeshadows. And I was just thinking about this the other day when I was using it, that this is going to probably literally last me forever because I've had this for a while and I still don't really have any indentations in it because it's a really pigmented brow product, so you only need the slightest amount to get your brows looking super duper pigmented, especially for my light of a hair color. So I'm just going to take the wax first and I'm going to draw that on underneath my brow just so I can set the guideline for my brow. And then I'm just going to disperse a little bit more of that brow wax throughout my brows, mainly focusing it in the back of my brow. I don't always like to do my eyes first because I feel like my foundation never looks as good after. But I'm going to go ahead and just hope for the best today because I really want to do a dark eye makeup look, and some of these shadows do tend to have a little bit of fallout in this Lorac palette just because they're so buttery. So first shadow that I'm going to use is this cream eyeshadow, which I love in this palette. I'm just going to take my e.l.f. defining brush, which is basically just a flat brush, and I'm going to pack on that shadow. As you can see, it's super duper pigmented, and I'm just going to blend this all over my eyelid and even blend it all the way up to my eyebrow as well, just to make a super clean base for the rest of the eyeshadows that I will be using. And of course, I can't forget the inner corner just to, again, neutralize that and make sure that it looks super clean. Alright, after that is on, I'm going to go in with this Beige Cosmetics 118 brush, which is basically like a tapered angled brush, and it fits really nicely into my crease. So I'm going to place a color in there, but I'm going to be very precise about the application and use another one of my favorites, which is taupe. And I'm just going to pat a little bit on the brush. This color is super duper pigmented, and I'm just going to do kind of like a cut crease motion and just slap that on. Like I said, I didn't take too much of the product because it's super duper pigmented and I want to be careful to slowly pack up the pigmentation of this eyeshadow. Blending that into my crease and keeping it quite subtle, not too blended out. And I'm going to go back into that brush and back into that taupe shade, and I'm going to tap on a little bit more of the product. Like I said, I just want to build this up slowly so that it looks really nice and seamless. Go ahead and take a bigger fluffy blending brush. This one is also from Beige Cosmetics and it's the 122 brush. And I'm going to start to slightly blow this out a little bit. I'm not going to blow it out too crazy where it's just all over the place. I'm just going to blend this gently back and forth, and then I'm going to go back and just build up the pigmentation of that taupe color. Again, it's a lot of going back and forth with this look, but I just want to make sure that it doesn't look harsh and very, very seamless. So I'm going to go ahead and take my time with this look. So like I said, I'm going to go back into more of that tapered brush that I first used, the 118 brush, and again just pack it into that taupe eyeshadow, and again just kind of pack up that shadow. And then go back into that bigger fluffy blending brush, the 122, and again just blend that out. Now I'm going to go into a darker shadow. I'm going to go ahead and use Sable, which is very similar to taupe but slightly more warm toned ready, and obviously slightly darker, and I'm going to place this in the very outer corner and slightly blend it up into the center of my crease. And going back into that 122 brush, and again just blending that color back and forth. Again, I'm just going to take the next darker shade, which is Espresso, which is much darker, and I would say it's neutral. It's not too warm toned or cool toned, it's pretty much neutral. And I'm just going to place this in the very outer corner. And again, just once more, take that 122 brush and blend that color out. Now I'm going to go into black, and I'm just going to take the tiniest bit and place it in that last little bit of my corner, just to make the very outer corner the darkest part of my eye. And I'm sure you can guess what I'm going to do next is just blend it out once more. And then I'm just going to go into the 122 brush again, which is that bigger fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to take a little bit of cream and a little dab of taupe, and I'm going to blend this all over my eyelid just to make it slightly more blended out, but not too harsh and heavy, and just blend all those colors very seamlessly together into the crease. Make it a little bit more blown out, but not super blown out still. I'm keeping it quite contained in my crease. Next I'm going to go back into that e.l.f. defining brush, and I'm going to take some of Champagne and some of Nude and just mix them together. They're both very beautiful, stunning shades, and I'm going to place this in the very inner corner of my eye and the inner half, and just blend that on. So again, just in the very inner half of my eye and the very inner corner. And I think I'm going to go back into Nude once more and just reapply that into the very inner corner just to brighten it a tad bit more. Back into the Beige Cosmetics 118, which again is a tapered blending brush, and I'm going to go first into that Sable shade, which is that more warm tone ready brown. And I'm going to focus this along my lash line. I want to get it super close to my lash line. And I'm just going to drag that all along my lower lash line. I'm going to go back into Espresso, which is that darker brown shade. And I'm going to, again, just blend that along the lower lash line where I just applied that Sable shade. Blend it out ever so slightly with that 122 brush. I'm not going to blow it out too much. Again, this look is quite controlled. Just blend it out ever so slightly. And then going back into Espresso, I'm going to just start extending that out in a downwards type motion so that it gives my eye more definition and just has a really fun flick in the front corner of my eye. And again, just blend it out ever so slightly. Don't smudge it out too much. And for the eyeliner, I'm going to use L'Oreal Linear Intense in Carbon Black. Kind of have a love-hate relationship with eyeliner because I love how it looks, but it totally didn't want to work for me today, and I feel like the wings don't look that symmetrical. However, I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'm just going to go ahead and apply mascara and leave it like this. I think it's passable, so I'm going to go ahead and just apply some mascara to my top and my lower lashes, of course. Since mascara didn't make that huge of a difference because my eyeliner is so bold, I'm going to go ahead and take these bold eyelashes and I'm going to place them on my eyes really quickly. Alright, then I'm just going to go in with this as my base. It's the Revlon Photo Ready Skin Lights. And I'm going to use this because I want a really luminescent glow to my skin. I think it would look a little bit more healthy and radiant with the eye makeup. This Timewise foundation by Mary Kay says it's a matte foundation. However, I feel like it just looks really natural and healthy on the skin. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply this all over, and then I'm going to apply a little bit of highlighter as well just to make sure that I still have that healthy glow going on. My eyelashes just keep on trying to stick up in the corner, so I'm just pressing them down. It's just one of those days where your eyelashes want to be super annoying. I'm going to go in with the tiniest bit of concealer underneath my eyes, and this foundation is a little bit on the pale side. I know it matches my neck, but my arms are a little bit darker, so I'm just going to bronze up my face a little bit. I'm just going to apply that on underneath so that I can get a really clean, crisp line underneath my eye makeup. And I'm just going to go in with my Real Techniques setting brush just so I can make sure to get it really underneath there and not smudge it all over the place. And then I'm going to go in with my Milani face powder, and first of all I'm just going to take that same setting brush and I'm going to set underneath the eyes. I don't mind using this one for both underneath my eyes and on my face because it's just a nice neutral color and it's so lightweight. I feel like my skin is looking too pale and too matte for this look, so I'm going to go ahead and take a blush first, Milani Flora Passion, and lightly tap it on with this sculpting brush by Real Techniques. I don't want too much blush in this look, but I do want to warm up my cheeks slightly. For the bronzer, I'm going to go for one of my absolute favorites, which is Bourjois Bronzer. It's a really nice, subtle bronzer, but you can definitely build it up if you want to. We're going to apply this on my cheeks and my temples. It's just such a nice color for any of my pale skin beauties. Someone who's more pale than I am, or around my skin tone. I'm about an NC 25. I usually am a little bit darker during the summer than an NC 25, but this year I haven't really got much sun because I've been trying to stay out of it and not get too much heat and not be around the bugs as much because I am pregnant at the moment, so I've been trying to stay as much inside as possible, so I look super duper pale. And I'm going to use this fan brush by Real Techniques, and I'm going to go back into the Flawless Brow Trio. Like I said, I don't like to use the dark shadow too much, but I'm going to use that mid shadow, and I'm going to use it on this fan brush so I can get more of a natural application. And I'm just going to sculpt out my cheeks. and blend up. I'm going to go into my Steal a Kitten highlight, which I love so much. It's a very, very pretty and subtle highlight. It just gives the nicest glow ever. And I'm just going to apply both shades mixed together on my fan brush. And I'm going to go back into that and apply a little bit on the tip of my nose. And going down my nose a little bit too, as well as above my lip. I'm going to take the e.l.f. Mist and Satin Spray, and I'm just going to spray this on my face. I love it because it does work very well, but it does come out in a very thick mist, as you can see. So I do like to go over with my powder brush once more. There's no powder on it, but I just like to pat in that moisture very gently just to make sure that it doesn't make my makeup run or anything, and just set it gently down into my skin. I'm going to take a lip color, and I think it'd be fun to take more of a beigey color. This one is more of a darker beige called Altered Beige, which I do believe I got this from Jessica in our swap a while back. The lid kind of pops off, but it's more of a darker beige that's shimmery, as you can see. It's just a really pretty fun color, so I thought it would be really nice with this look. Alright guys, so here is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry, my eyelashes keep on standing up in the front corner of my eye. They just don't want to cooperate. I think it's because they're old and the glue is old, but I'm working with them, and I hope you guys enjoyed this look. I think it was very, very fun to do, and I love how it just does a play on natural makeup. Like, the eye makeup is very natural except for the eyelashes and the eyeliner, and the slight smudge is on the bolder side, so it's a good mix of wearable and bold. It just all comes together, and I think you could wear this look anywhere, out to a special occasion, out to the club, I don't know, just somewhere really fun, out to a concert or something. Anyway, I love you guys, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye!